Hey everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles, and welcome to Ask Think episode number 70 for Monday, October 7th, 2013. Now, last week's Ask Think was a really special one because I asked you guys to ask questions from my wife as well, and you guys responded with a record 5,721 comments. I can barely believe it. And Thiasa O'Neill got it closest with 5,758, and not many people were very close at all because who could have guessed it would have been nearly 6,000 comments you guys left on last week's Ask Think. That was amazing. Now, before we get to the questions, please don't forget to leave your question in the comments below. Remember, only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this video are closed, make sure to go to the most recent Ask Think video and ask your question there. One more thing, of course you guys want to know when my wife is going to be on Ask Think, and it's not going to be this video, but I think it will be in next week's video. So, I want you guys to show her a ton of support so she's encouraged to make more videos on my channel. And so click the like button and favorite it and all that stuff so we can have it be one of the most watched Ask Think videos out there. Alright, now on to the questions. And the first group of questions is asking about my face and when you guys will get to see it. And it will be, guys, this Saturday at 12 p.m. noon. I'm doing a live stream. You can see it on my channel. I'll put a link in the description to the live stream. Don't miss it. If you click the link right now, it will give you an exact countdown to when it starts. It'll be in your time zone. So if it says it's going to be 3 days and 7 hours from now, that's exactly when it will be. So go ahead and set your alarms. Don't miss it. Of course, for those of you guys who can't be there for the live stream, as soon as the live stream's over, it will automatically convert to a video on my account, and you guys will get to watch it as much as you like or ignore it. Also, guys, make sure to like and favorite the live stream as well so that it can be spread around so that everyone can get a chance to see it live. I'm nervous and excited, and gosh, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there, and I'm looking forward to you guys seeing me and what I look like. But for those of you who don't want to, don't worry, I'm not going to put it in other videos, and I'll always, if I put my face in it, I'll always put a warning so that you don't stumble upon how I look. If you don't want the surprise to be spoiled for you, I totally understand. The Trolls asks, when is the raffle for the Minecon ticket? I'll make a video this week announcing it, and it'll last about a week, and then I'll give the ticket away. Wes V says, if a person's question has already been answered, is there a chance their question will be answered again if they ask another one? Yes, absolutely. That's why I say one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. That means you can ask as many questions as you want, just separate them into separate comments, and of course, sometimes people get 2 to 3 questions per video if they ask interesting ones. Sheena1234ization says, think who wanted a dog? Was it you or your wife? Well, we both wanted a dog. Both of us love dogs, and I always had dogs growing up. But my wife was the one who insisted on a golden retriever, and it's not that I didn't want a golden retriever. It's just that she insisted on the breed, and that's why we got Kopi. Speaking of Kopi, I love Pink and Friends. One says, why are there rumors of Kopi going around? Is she all right? Yeah, she's totally fine. I have no idea what rumors you're talking about, but she is totally fine. I have no idea what you're talking about. Paperway Cartoons asks, did you like the ending of Breaking Bad? Yes, and don't worry guys, I'm not going to give out any spoilers or anything like that, but I think it was a very fitting ending. A lot of times when a series ends, I'm let down or disappointed with the finale, and in this case, they did not let me down. They nailed it. Rimry555 says, think I got braces a week ago and my mom wants me to eat soft things, so she bought a motherload of noodles. So here's my question. Have you ever had braces? Yes, I had braces when I was younger, and a lot of my friends did. My sister too. And I remember I had them for about 3 years, and it did a good job of straightening out my teeth until my wisdom teeth came out of the bottom. But anyway, I remember the first thing I did after getting my braces off was get corn on the cob and an apple, because you can't eat those with braces. J Mario Fan 321 says, how do you feel about the government shutting down? You know what? I really have no opinion. I'm not really into politics at all, and I'm a little disappointed that, you know, the government that we pay taxes to and continue to pay taxes to every single day has shut down, yet I'm still paying taxes. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Nothing I can do about it. Colton Combs asks, are you still friends with someone you were friends with in middle school? I'm still friends with my friends since preschool. Well, my wife is friends with people that she was friends with in preschool as well. Me, I moved around a lot. So yes, since middle school, but since preschool or primary school, no. In fact, one of my best friends in middle school was one of the groomsmen at my wedding. Skygirl8319 says, yo, answer this. Okay, now I'm trying to choose a path for YouTube because my channel has always been random and I really need a subject. Which one should I do? A, art, B, Minecraft, C, blogs, or D, Easter eggs and games? By the way, I drew my profile pic myself. Do you like it? You know, I was thinking about this one. I was like, what should they do? And that last line you wrote in your comment actually did it for me. Your profile pic is awesome and I think you should do art. Mr. Minecraft Toontown says, I understand that you absolutely love coffee. What is your favorite kind and how do you brew it? Also, how do you like your coffee? Well, my favorite kind of coffee is espresso. And I like to make it as cappuccino mostly. Sometimes macchiato, which is just a cappuccino with less milk. And I always brew it in an espresso machine and I do not put any sugar in my coffee ever. Gartner and 1234 says, has it ever happened that you chose a really good question for your Ask Think video, but when you're about to answer, you suddenly don't have an answer to it? No, not really. You know, I select the questions in advance because I think I can come up with a good answer, and I usually don't pre-think the answers. So once I ask the question, I usually just come up with it just like that, and it really hasn't been a huge issue for me. I don't think it's ever happened. Tina0001TV says, I want to get Minecraft, but it seems so complicated to update. So my question is basically, is it easy to update? It is easy to update to the official versions. Once you get it, if you were to get it today, you would get the 1.6 launcher and you'd go into it and it'd be totally fine and it would notify you when you get updates and you just click the next one and everything would be fine. The only time it gets complicated to update is if you add mods like Optifine or whatever, it doesn't matter. That's when it gets complicated to add the mods and then update and add new mods to the updated version. That does get complicated. Mighty comment says, you stop playing hide and seek. Why you do this? Well, you guys, we've played a lot of hide and seek. I think over 20 episodes. And that's, I mean, with a few scrapped rounds, I guess. That's probably about 70 to 75 games of hide and seek. And well, we tried to play it last week and it just, I don't know, it didn't get to be funny because we played all the same maps over and over and over, and people were taking the game really seriously. So when we were hiding and someone killed me, all I saw in the comments was just spamming, I killed Think Noodles, just like constantly, and it just kind of ruined the video. And so Grazer and I agreed that as soon as the Hive comes out with new maps, we'll be right back on hide and seek, just like you guys want. RoboCat says, how could we react to self-advertisers instead of starting fights? Well, that's easy, and not necessarily just self-advertisers, but people advertising other people's channels or advertising their own channel using another account sort of thing, so it's still a self-advertiser. Just click report spam. That's the best way to do it. Don't respond to them or anything like that. It's not worth your time, but if you do feel the need, go ahead, click report spam, and it'll be marked as spam, and pretty much nobody will see it. Jonah5 asks, would you ever try to do events on servers with your viewers? Well, I don't know if you guys caught a live stream that I did with BTC and his subscribers, and he did this this thing he calls, I think, Building with BTC or Build It with BTC, where he goes on a live stream on a server that's only open for about 2 hours. He picks out a theme for a certain area and says, let's build that. And about 50 people, his subscribers and himself, all work together and build kind of a community within that 2 hours. And then after that, it shuts down. And I had a super fun time, and I would love to do that with you guys sometime. Alexia JP13 says, hey Think, I want to buy Minecraft and download it on my Mac, but I have like a security thing that stops me from downloading any games. Do you know how I can fix this? Well, I think that security thing is probably set up by your parents, and the best way to fix that is to ask your parents. Yeah, here Roman asks, have you ever been in a car accident or thought about one? Well, I try not to think about such things because it is scary and a little bit depressing, but yes, I have been in a few car accidents when I was younger. Sia4Full asks, how come whenever you're on Mineplex, some of the owners is always on like Spoo? Well, when we play some of the minigames, some of them are in a cycle, and we want to play the same minigame over and over. So we call up the owners of Mineplex and ask them if they can set us up a special lobby that we can all get into, and it's whitelisted, and then we can all get into the same game, and then they just fast forward through the other games in the series. So they need to be in the game with us while they do that, so that we don't have to sit through a bunch of other games or not get into the same lobby because of other people, because a lot of the minigames on Mineplex fill up really fast. Sheena1234ization says, think you said Season 2 was much better than Season 1, but how? I know it was for Grazer, but you didn't do much. Well, what I meant by Season 2 was as a group, or as a whole, it was a much better season. There was more exciting PvP, there was the nether, there were nether traps, there was like all kinds of really cool stuff. Kermit tunneling through the walls with smooth stone. I mean, it was amazing, and it was really exciting. Maybe in my team and not so exciting, but overall as a season, I think it was amazing. And Nathaniel Guevara says, I think that trapping the nether portal should be banned for Season 3. What do you think? No, it's a common thing that is allowed in UHC, and it's just something we have to be aware of. I think this time around, people will be a lot more careful about it this time around than they were last time around, so I don't think it should be banned for Season 3. Maybe in future seasons, we'll see what happens with this one. We may do it, but in this one, it's not going to be banned. Kevin Chen says, yo, Think, now that UHC is over, tell us who you thought were going to be the champs of UHC 2 besides you guys. Well, I honestly thought that Grape's team and Dowsy's team would be the finalists, and Dowsy's team did win in the end, although Dowsy was the first one in that team to go down, but I didn't expect that, and his was because of lag, and he may have made it to the end if it weren't for that. Grape, he got unlucky, and he got eliminated by Dowsy indirectly with another portal trap, but I expected those two teams to be the contenders. The Roar Dragon says, did it ever happen to you that you wanted to say something and forgot what? Yeah, it happens all the time when I'm talking about something and something distracts me for just a second. And then I'm like, what was I talking about again? And I just cannot for the life of me remember unless the person I'm talking to can remind me. Anaya CB Universe says, Think, is it frustrating going up the water stream? On the last Ask Think background recording, it seemed very frustrating. Oh yeah, it is. It can be frustrating, and I'm not going to set up the command block because a lot of you said, I don't want you to set up a command block in your Let's Play because that's creative mode and that's cheating and I don't want it. So since my nether portal transport up there doesn't work, I'm just going to use the water stream to go up and down. Not that I really need to go up and down that much, and that's why I'm not setting up the command block, because I'm not going to go up there that often, but the opportunity is there to take the water stream. It's just a little frustrating to get in the right stream to get all the way up. Princess Gas says, in a couple of episodes back in Survival, you did a marketplace. Could you tell me what I could do to stop zombies from coming near it? Because I made one, and I'm worried the villagers will die. Well, there are two ways. One is build walls around it and put torches within the walls so that nothing spawns inside. That's what I did. You could alternatively place a ton of torches far enough away that the zombies won't see the villagers. Or one final choice is don't visit the village at night. If you're not within range of the village at night, the zombies won't bother the villagers when you're gone, when you're not there. They won't spawn, so you don't have to worry about the villagers at all. Think Noodles MCZ says, think, how do you get snowballs in Minecraft? Well, it looks like it's really easy, like you can punch them, but then they disappear. You always have to use a shovel. Mauricio Ramos says, is there a way to craft an Enderpearl? No, I wish you could. That would make it so much easier to get to the Ender portal, or the End portal, I guess, yeah, or you can call it an Ender portal. But anyway, it would be really easy because you could just craft up the Ender pearls and make your Eyes of Ender and head off and find the stronghold and get all that done really quick. But unfortunately, the only way to get an Ender pearl is to kill an Enderman and hope that they drop one. And speaking of dropping items when you kill them, Young Flame asks if villagers drop anything if you kill them. No, they don't. They don't drop really anything, so there's no point in killing them unless they offer you a really bad trade, and maybe then you might want to, you know, teach them a lesson. Sonic X Extreme says, think how come Grazer and you built their house in the jungle? Well, I don't know why Grazer did, but the reason I did is it's pretty much exactly where I spawned on the Noodle Planet. And that night I got scared from mobs and I ran up a tree to get away from them, and that was my base. That was really the only reason that I'm there. Jenny Chan asks, why is Fluffy in the animal pen? And you're referring to the most recent world download for the Noodle Planet on my survival let's play. And the reason Fluffy is there is because she kept getting out. I don't know why, but she won't stay sitting in her little house, and she started following me around, and one time she was right near the animal pen, so I pushed her into the animal pen and sat her down, and she seems to have stayed there for a little while, so we'll see what she's up to. But yeah, she's been a really bad kitty. Shostra MC asks, have you ever smelted diamond? No, when I go ahead and mine out the ore, the diamond ore with Silk Touch, I usually bring it back and then mine it out with Fortune, because if I smelt it, it turns the ore into a single diamond. But if I use Fortune 3, I can get 2, 3, or I think even 4 diamonds per ore. Penguin X Rock asks, think, why does redstone light up when you step on it? Well, I think redstone, since it does sort of transmit energy, like electricity through Minecraft, basically you stepping on it converts to the motion energy to a little bit of redstone, which lights up the ore, I think. Ryan NG says, think I saw an Ask Think 69 you put quart blocks to put the egg on right. Well, you could put 4 beacons around the dragon egg. Yeah, I could, but you gotta remember that's a survival series, and 4 extra beacons would require me to collect 12 wither skeletons and then kill 4 withers and then make those 4 beacons, and then those 4 beacons would be underground, so they wouldn't even use any of the special features. They would just sit there looking pretty, and they wouldn't have the beam either because they wouldn't be able to see the sky. So it would look really cool, and definitely would be something if I was going to use creative mode for it. But since it's survival, oh man, I just couldn't do it. Pink Purple Puppy 14 says, think, what would happen if a group of kids trick-or-treated at your apartment, and you open the door and they say trick-or-treat, and you say, hey everyone, and they recognize your voice and start screaming, oh my god, it's Think Noodles, and you start saying calm down, and tell them to leave. Has that ever happened to you, or do you think it will happen? Well, you never know, it could. This Halloween though, I'm gonna be in Disney World, so I won't be answering the door for trick-or-treat this time around, but I guess it could happen. Alright guys, that's it for this week's Ask Think. Don't forget to leave your question in the comments below. Also, don't forget to watch this weekend's live stream with my epic Facecam reveal. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on!